this video, we are going to discuss about how you can supercharge your testing with K6, because the results that we get from K6, it is in command line and it is not very user friendly. And to solve this problem, we have Grafana. We can connect our K6 test cases to Grafana Cloud and all the results can be seen on Grafana. But again, there's a problem that when we are connected to Grafana Cloud, we have a limit of 100 virtual users on free plan. And if you want to test like your application properly and wants to have like thousands and millions of virtual users, then to get that option in Grafana, it is very costly. So a lot of people are asking me how we can do that, because if you run proper test cases, you have to buy Grafana paid instance, and then you have to pay a lot of amount for that. So to solve that, what we can do is we can have InfluxDB, and from K6, whatever the testing results are, we put them in InfluxDB, and then InfluxDB is connected with Grafana, and we have InfluxDB and Grafana locally, and we run them. So in using that, we can still visualize the test cases in Grafana, and we do not have to pay any amount to Grafana Cloud, and we can run the whole setup in a local machine. And I have created Docker configuration for that, so it won't take much time to set it up, like install InfluxDB, install Grafana. Everything is set up in Docker, so we just have to run Docker and then run test cases and visualize them in Grafana. So it is a very exciting video, so let's get started. So this is my project that I have created for the local testing of K6 with Grafana. So in this, you can see I have Docker Compose. In the Docker Compose, I have InfluxDB. I have specified the InfluxDB image 1.8 version. And then I have specified the network. I've specified the port 8086. And then I have specified that InfluxDB is using K6. InfluxDB environment is K6, and then I have specified Grafana. Grafana is basically, this is the Grafana version 8.5.21. I have specified the network, the port is 3000, and then I have specified the basic username, password, and all that thing. That what is the role is admin, anonymous enabled, and you can keep this setting as it is. And I have specified the volumes for that. And then this is basically for visualizing InfluxDB. It is not mandatory. I have set it up just so that I can see what data is actually going inside the InfluxDB. I will not use this particular tool to visualize all the data from InfluxDB, but I have set this up for my own testing purpose. So then in the end, this is the K6. We also need K6 and Grafana. So I have this. I've specified the port 6565, and I have also specified that from K6 out, we send the data to InfluxDB, and then so that like all the data that we receive as an output from K6, we send that into InfluxDB. So yeah, this is the Docker Compose configuration. And then we have a file for Grafana dashboard, and then we have a file for data source. So it is not you can say like it's not very complex. So you can see that it is very straightforward, both of these files. And then I have this my testing script is here. This is my testing script that I want to run. Now to run all of that, I first need InfluxDB and Grafana, all of this running. So to run that, what is the command? So if you go to readme, you can see I have specified Docker Compose up dash d InfluxDB and Grafana. You can just type that, or you can just type Docker Compose Docker Compose up dash d. Basically means that detached. So I don't want to see all the logs in the terminal, so I will press that. What it will do is, it will, if you open the Docker desktop, you can see that we have the InfluxDB container up and running, we have the Grafana container, and then we have the K6. So K6 will not be running all the time. So whenever we execute the test case for that particular time period, K6 will run, and then when the test case is finished, K6 will stop. So okay, so how to run the test case? So for that, this is the particular command: docker compose run K6 run script stress test js, right? So I will copy this command and I will paste that command here so that you guys can see. And then before running this, let me open Grafana and Grafana Cloud, so you can yeah, not sorry, Grafana Cloud, it is local Grafana. So Grafana is running on localhost 3000. So if you go to localhost 3000, you can see it is, yeah, it is just like Grafana. And let me open Grafana on the side. This is the Grafana Cloud, you see, Josefa8580 at grafana.net, and this is the Grafana local that I'm running on 3000 port. So yeah, so now you can see Grafana is running, everything is set up. Now I can run my test case. So now you will see when I run the test case, you can see the data going into that. So I run my script, and the script starts executing. In the script we have defined K6, and then we have defined like virtual users, we have specified different stages. For first 5 seconds we have like this x amount of virtual user, in the next 10 second we have this amount of virtual user, and then like we have specified a URL. We are making request to that particular URL and checking the status, that if the status is 200 or not. So it's like a very simple test case. So this test case is executed, it is perfectly fine, it is telling me that 105 iterations and all the virtual user and all that. So but we don't want to see the results here because it is not good. We want to see in Grafana Cloud. So yeah, let me click on that and you can see here, right? So you can see the number of virtual users, how it is like and you can see request per second, you can see errors, you can see like all these details, right? And you can see HTTP request duration and all that. Let me run this test case like multiple times. Wait a second, let me increase that to 15, let me increase that to 20, and then run it again. And it is very interactive as well. If you see like I'm running the test cases, and you will start seeing the results here on this particular graphs. As I started running the test cases, you can start it, you start seeing the results here. uh, Even the test case is not finished, it is actually running right now, but still you will start seeing the results. And you can see, okay, this is the result. You can like view it in detail, like okay, at this duration this is the number of virtual users. And you can have more detailed insight on that particular test case. So go back, request per second, errors, we don't have any errors, that's why this chart is empty. Um and then you can see this request duration, and then these small blocks are telling you about like request duration. Means basically the average request duration. Max mean the maximum request duration is 1.20 seconds. And then we have median of request duration, we have request duration minimum, and all that. Like we also have P90, the 90% of requests are taking 533 millisecond, 95% of requests are taking 639 millisecond. And then you can see this information that request blocked and all that. And you can let me show you here that you can also like basically, if you want to, yeah, so And you can also specify like different variables from here. Like you can see like right now we have request duration like section, we have request blocked section, and these are the sections that we have right now. And then on top we have like the general stats like number of virtual users, request per second, and the number of errors and all that. And you can see the average and all that. You can also view this particular thing, you can edit this, you can explore, inspect. If you click on edit, it will show you, you can change the query. And if you you can also like view in table view, you can also view that. It won't because right now yeah, you can see like in the table view there is some data here. So it is showing, because InfluxDB is a time series database, so that's why we're using it. Because in InfluxDB we do not have like IDs, we have like time, and then we have like data related to correspondence with that particular time. And then we have like, we can also change the filter as well, like last 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we can also change that. And then on top of that we can also select like different factors like request sending, request waiting, request receiving. We can also like select those factors as well. Like you see request sending, we can see the stats for that. Request waiting, we can see the stats for request waiting. Receiving blocked, and there are like some other options as well, request connecting, looking up. So if I click on all, like all of the widgets are showing right now. And you can see the graphs, how much time request waiting is, like how much time is taken to like request is waiting for the response. Request sending, how much time our platform is taking to send the request. And yeah, request receiving, and all these like stats. So it is very useful, you can play around with it, you can like edit it, explore, inspect. There are like multiple like options to it. You can do explore, you can check that like different things here. So let me do explore on some other like this one. Let me click on explore. You can see like different entries on explore. You can see like p90, max 95, min. You can see data in table form. You can see the graph, format, time series, table, logs. You can select the different time series. Yeah, this is the particular like query that we have run to get the particular results. I can change the query as well. So yeah, this is particularly like how it actually works. So all the data from K6 is sent to InfluxDB. From InfluxDB, Grafana is actually reading that values. And to see what data we have in InfluxDB, for that, this is the particular uh, tool for that. You can say it is like a GUI for InfluxDB. So if we go to that particular URL, uh, we can see like the data that we have. So in this you can see like we have like different tables. In the tables we have like this is the K6 dot autogen. This is the particular you can say database table that we have. In this we have like different measurements like checks, data received. You can see the data related to that. If I click on this, like this is the data related to that. You can see the values appearing here, data received, data sent, all the scenarios that we have seen in Grafana. So this is basically to check like, okay, all the data is being sent to uh, the InfluxDB have all the data in it or not. Because if InfluxDB does not have the data, obviously Grafana Cloud cannot show you anything. So yeah, so we have the data in, first we have the data in InfluxDB. From there we actually like create all the uh, queries and populate the Grafana charts and all that. So yeah, using this, like this tool is not mandatory, I just added it just to see like how things work. Do we have the data in our InfluxDB or no? So yeah, you can see like, and this, if I change the settings and stuff, I can see like different stuff, like how it is working and all that. So you can see different results. Yeah. So yeah, so this is pretty much it. It's like a very simple process. And then you can see like different test cases that I have executed. So the instance is created, the test case is executed. So the K6 container is not running all the time. So whenever I execute the test case, so it starts the K6, run the test case, output the data in Grafana, and we can see everything visually on Grafana local. And then it stops the K6 container, and you can see it exited. So yeah, so you can, like, if you want to add more scripts, just create more files in here. You can create new files, and you can create like soak test.js. You can add your script, and to run it you can just like type the same command, and in the end just type soak test, .js, and you can see the results of soak testing. So yeah, this is pretty much it about this video, how you can use Grafana, InfluxDB, and K6, and how you can use them together locally to run all the test cases. And you do not need Grafana Cloud, because locally you do not have any limit. You can have like thousands and millions of virtual users. There's no limit to it, and you can visualize all the data in the Grafana GUI, and you do not have to pay for it. So yeah, that's pretty much it from this video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.